Dear viewers, Assalamu alaikum. Today we are going to discuss how to write summary of the scholarship jacket written by Marta Salinas. Marta Salinas teaches a very important lesson to the readers that hard work and honesty always bear fruit and one get his award at the end. Secondly, we should always be fair and honest in life, whatever the situation is. Marta Salinas attended the school at Texas, which carried out a tradition every year that during the 8th grade graduation, the student who had maintained the highest grade for 8 years would be awarded with a scholarship jacket. A beautiful gold and green jacket with big gold S on the left front side and the winner's name in gold letters on the pocket. Marta expected to win the scholarship jacket because she had been a straight A student since her first grade. She belonged to a poor family and was given to grandparents for her upbringing. Although she was a good athlete too, but could never participate in games as she could not afford uniform costs, registration fee, and cost of trips out of town. Therefore, she put all her efforts into her study, and this scholarship jacket was her only chance. One day, close to the day of her 8th grade graduation, she went to her classroom from the gym in order to pick her shorts for physical exercise. She suddenly stopped at the door, for she could hear the conversation between her history teacher, Mr. Skimt, and her maths teacher, Mr. Boone. Both were arguing about Marta. Mr. Boone was compelling Mr. Skim to falsify Marta's academic record in order to give the scholarship jacket to the other student, John, whose father is financially strong and an influential man in the town. Mr. Skim refused to do it. Marta wept a lot throughout her way home. The next day, the principal called Marta and, to her shock and surprise, told her that the board had changed policy regarding the scholarship jacket, that the student who owned it would pay $15 for it, although it had always been free of cost before. Marta went home and asked for money from her grandfather. Her grandfather asked her what was meant by the scholarship jacket. She told him that the scholarship jacket was an award given to the students for maintaining the highest grades throughout 8 years. The grandfather knew that it was not a matter of money and replied, "If one has to pay for it, then it is not a scholarship jacket." He would not pay the $15. The next day, she dragged herself almost to the principal office and told him that her grandfather had refused to pay for the jacket and explained what her grandfather said about the worth of the scholarship jacket. Saying this, she stood up and about to leave the office when the principal stopped her and said he would make an exception in her case and she would get her scholarship jacket. She could hardly believe it. She could not wait to tell grandfather that she would get her scholarship jacket. When she told grandfather, he gave her a pat on her shoulder and wiped the sweat off his forehead. She skipped and ran back home, whistling some silly tune. This is how you will summarize the chapter, The Scholarship Jacket, written by Marta Salinas.